URL news crew arrived at the Walmart in Aberdeen to find a massive police presence there. The crew was quickly instructed to leave by authorities who told them it was not safe. Police said that they were doing an employee head count at the time. We're trying to learn whether that the police response there was related to the outages we just told you about.
Shop Michael's Great Big Holiday Sale to save on everything you need to make the season magical. Hurry, sale ends December 6th.
I mean, I was short nose. What's going on here?
Fabulous.
No, boring. I just look boring. What else they got to show? Let's see what else is going on. What happened? And I got a towel. That bad. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let's get it up. Then you will get another one. Go do it to the left side, yeah. And I not to be that serious. Okay. Whoop whoop, it's your girl, Miss Lady Lifestyle. Excuse my back, because I want to drink and eat my chips. I should have just put it out and saved myself.
Shalom, Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Everybody pound that like button on your way in. I want to talk about why everybody should embrace the life of a loner. At least one time of their life, at least one portion of their life, one second, one time span. Each and every individual walking this planet needs to embrace the life of a loner. There's so many reasons why, man. Even science tells you reasons. There's so many articles and information that's out there about loner life, being a soloist. I mean, even Albert Einstein came out and said that those who spend time alone have more holy curiosity. And they're able to live a life that's more fulfilled. Especially during these times, man, when there's so many energy vampires, narcissists, perpetrators, haters, demons, sorcerers, witches, warlocks. There's so much negative energy out there that a lot of individuals just simply need to decompress from the daily rigmarole. I mean, you can get on a bus, you can get on the train, you can go to a grocery store, and it's such a heavy blanket to a society of stress that you have to go and actually decompress just from everyday routine actions. So it's like, everybody must embrace being alone once in a while. And ladies and gentlemen, I truly think that not a lot of people have had the honor and the pleasure to actually find their center. See, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this, right? When it comes to this walk in truth, spirituality, the Bible, gospel, thinking on another level, expanding your growth and your development as a person. When it comes down to it, everybody needs to have a personal revelation. It doesn't matter who you listen to. It doesn't matter, how many people that you surround yourself with, even if they're positive reinforcements. It really doesn't matter if you never have a personal revelation about the very importance of spirituality, of truth, of unplugging from the matrix, the difference between heaven and hell, what's going on in this planet. It really serves you no justice if you're getting spoon-fed by others constantly, and you never had that personal revelation where it convicted your spirit, where the Lord actually talked to you, and you had that first-hand account with the holy angels or the ministering spirits. It really serves you no justice being around people 24/7 and not being able to get those downloads and not actually hearing the voice of the Lord. And there's so many benefits to being solo, man. And this can go for those individuals out there who are married, have a significant other. Even you have to have time to decompress, time for yourself to elevate. I don't think a lot of people realize how much weight that they're actually carrying on their shoulders, dealing with so many individuals and carrying other people's burdens. And it's one of those things where you have to see it to believe it. You have to get away and detach to believe it. Especially a lot of you brothers, a lot of you men who are breadwinners out there. You're going through the daily hustle and bustle. You're maintaining a family. You're providing for that family. You're doing what it is you're supposed to do as a man. You should be able to take trips by yourself. You should be able to travel alone. You should be able to explore the world on your own. Some of you brothers out here, your woman won't let you out the house. You can't go nowhere without your woman. And that's not good for you. As a man, that's not good for you. You need to be able to actually tap in to the spiritual realm. And the only way you can do that is being alone. And there's so many benefits that come with it. We got to talk about some of those benefits. And I want everybody to thumb the video up. This is one of those classic broadcasts that I got to bring forth because the Lord has been giving me a lot of insight on why he forced his soldiers to take a Damascus road. And he showed me a lot of the benefits of this road and how it actually molds us. And it prepares us for the fight. One thing you got to understand, for a lot of individuals who make that solo walk, they gain strength. See, the birds that fly alone have the strongest wings. The birds that fly alone have the strongest wings. You got to understand how much strength it builds. You no longer need anybody. And to the world, you become dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. To the powers that be, to these witches, these gang stalkers, these weirdos, these perps, you become dangerous when you can stand your ground and hold your own and you don't need anybody. When people in general become expendable in your life because you have a greater understanding of who you are and where you're going, now you don't need people. You're not controlled by the approval or acceptance of others. It doesn't matter to you. People come and go out of your life and it really does not affect you. That makes you a dangerous person because now, and I mean dangerous in a good way. Let's make this clear. I mean dangerous and a wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove type of way. You would end up losing a lot of stress instead of going back and forth with individuals and feeding into the emotionalism. You will lose a lot of stress and that will start to turn into success. When stress turns into success, it's dangerous to those who hate it. It's dangerous to those who don't want to see you win. That's the type of danger I'm talking about. When nobody can really stand in the way of destiny and purpose. Let me see here. All right, so the live chat was frozen. Now here we go. All right.
I
actually just broke up with my boyfriend this morning.
Oh, it is.
No, it's not. It's not like that. I'm not upset. When you're not together, 2 years. What happens when you see it? Smiling at me, but not a friendly smile. The worst smile I've ever seen. It wears people's faces like mad. Why is it that everybody else you see is just standing there? I am not going to run.
Just smile, radar, never the upper plus. You become stronger. You no longer are seeking clout. That's another thing that comes with it. Your confidence goes through the roof because you find out that you are the clout. You don't need to fit in with certain social groups and certain social functions. When we first woke up, a lot of us, people didn't want anything to do with us. People wouldn't send us those invites. We had to find out what it's like to be alone. We had to know what it was like to feel like the whole world is against you and you're being isolated and ostracized. We had to know what it feels like because it made us who we are now for those individuals already who took that lonely walk. When those people begin to push you out of your life, it started to build something up in you. It started to build a spiritual callus. You begin to secure yourself from people. You became more courageous. You begin to build more valor. You have learned how to become more content. And you begin to actually enjoy the liberty that comes with being alone. Enjoy the clarity. Enjoy the peace. Not needing anyone. And now it's at the point where everybody that you do consider a colleague, a friend, or associate now, you can actually choose those people wisely. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, all the people that you gravitate towards are just like you. So there's like a hidden, silent understanding. Everybody that I call a friend of mine, or even associate, because I don't associate with nobody who ain't right. Anybody I associate with, build with, that we have a secret, hidden understanding because we all had to take that road. See, when you come into this truth, you begin to build a spiritual family behind the scenes. Yes, everybody in your immediate circle begins to veer off and don't want anything to do with you. But in the spiritual realm, the Lord has certain pieces on the chessboard that are supposed to be your spiritual family. And off they're spread out. They're few and far in between. They're all over the place. But those people are there and they have the same understanding that you have. There's no forced relationships. There's nothing forced. Because one thing a loner hates is when somebody tries to force a relationship. When a loner speaks, when a loner says something, a loner means what they say. If a loner wants to detach from an individual, that loner is going to detach from that individual. It is what it is. If they don't see the benefit in building with that person. And listen, every relationship should have a benefit. It's not about using anybody, but every relationship should have a benefit. That's what friendship is for, right? That loner becomes stronger. That loner becomes more fervent. And you know, the crazy part is a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, will never experience this feeling of peace. They would never experience the feeling of tranquility, of having peace of mind to themselves and becoming one with themselves. Because one thing about it is becoming a loner, this transformation that takes place, this metamorphosis that takes place. It is one of the most challenging, yet invigorating, even scary journeys that you will ever walk in your life. One of the most vigorous challenges that you will ever take in your life is actually unplugging from the matrix, unplugging from a lot of people. And a lot of people going through the growing pains right now because in this world we living in, they're finding out just how demented, conniving, and sick a lot of individuals are. They're energy vampires. They feed off the light of those who are chosen. They need your light. When they're stressed, they need you to be stressed. When they're insecure, they need you to be insecure. They don't want you elevating on a different level. And here's the thing. Being alone and actually tapping into the divine wisdom of the Creator that He can bestow upon you, the Holy Spirit, it makes you a lot more intelligent. I mean, you gain the spirit of utterance often. You really become whole. You're able to facilitate information better. More emotional intelligence kicks in. More emotional intelligence kicks in because you don't want to go back and forth with individuals because you know that, listen, I could just be alone. Man, there's no greater feeling when you can walk away from somebody when those energy vampires and those demon-riddled people want to call your phone and get you out of character, when they want to come around you and get you out of character, and they want to ruffle your feathers and really irritate you. A lot of these spirits want to irritate you because they're being irritated by the demons that inhabit them. They want to irritate you, but you know, listen, I can walk away. I can never have nothing to do with these people ever again, and I will be okay with that. That's strength right there. Not a lot of people understand that. It's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. I don't care who it is, your best friend, your day one, it don't matter. When you have the strength, I can never talk to you again, and I would be okay with that.
Oh, hi there. I'm just finishing up my holiday masterpiece. Our premium wireless plans start at just $15 a month, so this deal can be the centerpiece of your holiday savings. For a limited time, buy any 3-month plan, get 3 months free. Such a sweet deal.
I would be okay with that. I will see you in the afterlife. We'll find out if you had it right or I had it right. We'll figure that out. If my belief system is going to draw a wedge, my social, political, and religious differences, if that's going to draw a wedge between us, then guess what? In the afterlife, we can figure out who's wrong and who's right. Okay? I don't have to sit here and deal with that. And that's amazing to have that. That's one of the benefits with actually spending a lot of time by yourself. The confidence goes through the roof. Leadership. Oh, that comes into play. Because when it comes down to it, everybody's just trying to fit in. Everybody's trying to squeeze through the door of acceptance. And when you just an individual who is observing, you sitting back, you playing the cut, often popularity comes with that as well, because you're the nobody that everybody knows. Let me put this out again. They like to act like you brothers and sisters don't exist, but you are the nobodies that everybody actually knows. That's why your life is being broadcasted. That's why these gang stalkers are out here watching your every move. That's why they're so infatuated with you. That's why they're so obsessed with you. Because you didn't gain this strength that came from the Creator, but you gained it by being alone, man. You gained it by being solo. Yep. Somebody said my peace is very important. Real talk, man. And anytime anybody is disturbing that, you have to be able to really be able to detach from any levels of toxicity in your life, man. Listen, it's time for the chosen and the righteous to be the best versions of themselves. It's time for us to really tap into our powers that we have. Somebody said solo dolo with the Creator 100. And let me also tell you, there's so many benefits, man. The list can go on and on. I could tell y'all all day some of the things that come with being alone. It looked like it's about to rain. Felt a couple drops in.
Oh,
I
well.
may have to back up.
Hallelujah.
We'll see in a little while. But another thing that comes with it is actually becoming more disciplined. A lot of people don't understand how often the influence of others cause one to feed the flesh. Oh man, y'all just don't get it. If a person has a demon of, let's say, alcohol, or let's say gluttony, because gluttony is often overlooked. You see all these challenges and all of these food challenges online, and that's often overlooked. But it's quite often that spirits in general, let's just say insatiable lust, feeding the flesh, when you're around individuals that do that, it rubs off on you. All of these things rub off on you. And you don't even realize that, damn, why am I doing this? Why am I overeating? Why am I overindulging in whatever it may be? Well, it's because a lot of the times you're around other people who have these habits. And although they may not be physically influencing you to do these things, the spiritual realm is very real. This is why brothers and sisters who are highly spiritually sensitive must have time to decompress. Because you'll start doing things you don't even know why you're doing it. Why are you overeating? Why are you overdrinking? Why are you overindulging? Why are you feeding the flesh? Why are you continuing to do these certain things? Because the people around you have these habits, even if they don't show it. The spirits are feeding. Those spirits latch on. If you don't believe in a spiritual realm, you're really on the wrong platform. The spiritual realm is very real. Demons exist, angels exist, spirits exist. So quite often, even if you let an individual in your home that don't belong there, you have certain entities and forces operating throughout your home, man. That's why you got to be careful who you let in your vicinity. And remember, your body and your mind, your body, your physical vessel is the temple of the Holy Ghost. So if your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, just a handshake, a hug, all of these things, it goes into this vessel. It goes into this temple. Your body is nothing but a vessel that's housing a spirit. That's all it is. Your body is just an entity that's housing the spirit. That's all. Wrap your mind around that. So you want to make sure that that spirit that's being housed is sanctified. You want to make sure it's a solemn assembly. You want to make sure that there's times where you can sweep and garnish that solemn assembly. And the only way you can do that is being a soloist. Only way you can do that is being a soloist. And sometimes this is something else that happens when you spend a lot of time alone. Accountability, self-reflection, self-autonomy kicks in. Ooh, man, there's so many benefits. And to some individuals, y'all, that's not a benefit to a lot of people. When I say accountability, self-autonomy, that's not a benefit for a lot of people because they just can't handle it. That's the part right there where they start calling everybody in their phone, when they start feeling conviction in their spirit. That's the part where they start calling everybody, trying to, make excuses for some of their actions in the past and try to find people who would basically agree with everything they say and all that instead of actually going through the process of sulking, going through the process of being guilty for something, going through the process of actually saying, you know what, I made a lot of mistakes. Getting to that point where you recognize that you've done certain things the wrong way and being able to actually reach out to people and say, you know what, I'm man enough to say, I'm woman enough to say, after being alone for a while and actually being able to, deal with my Creator and deal with the Lord, He convicted me on certain things, and I want to apologize to you. That happens when you're alone. That only happens when the Lord Almighty is dealing with you, bro. That's growth. That's development. That's maturity. That's that's actually becoming whole, man. And a lot of people can't do that because they always have the voices of other people in their head. They always have people muddying the waters and trying to keep you in the same routine, keep you in a loop. You got individuals who encourage bad behavior in your life. You got individuals who are enablers. You don't even realize that they are enablers. They're not going to tell you when you're wrong because people don't do that these days. People don't just say, you know what? There's very few friends, man. My boy Pino, he'll tell me straight up. I already know my boy Pino. My boy Pino would hit me up like, yo, you know you dead wrong for that. I know that brother would do that. That's why I love that brother. You understand? If I do something wrong and I tell him about it, he's not going to enable bad behavior. You need people in your circle. You need that one that can keep you in check when you know like you wrong, you veering off. You need somebody who's going to tell it like it is, bro. You need people in your life that's going to keep it real with you. And here's the thing. Like, when you're alone, a lot of your relationships become stronger. Yeah, they actually become stronger because the same way your friends think, your associates, your colleagues, that's the same way you think. That's why you're able to keep relationships. You build a stronger bond. You know, in this day and age, it's like this. People are very weak-minded. They're very weak-spirited. They need constant validation, especially in this social media age. People need people always liking their pictures, always calling them, always texting them. You know, listen, in biblical days, now keep this. In biblical days, soldiers of the Most High, warriors, gladiators, kings, they went to war. They didn't see certain brethren for years. There were no cell phones. There was no internet. There was, when we broke bread together, when you ate with a brother, when you sit down and
something good is about to get prophecy. Your sons and your daughters. It's going to begin prophecies in the last days. Only going to give you what you want. Love it. Okay. So, be sure to see what else to watch. Wow, just get to a fireplace. I'm gonna get to a fireplace. He's doing at the house. And we know that being alone is a good thing. Hallelujah, hallelujah. So let's get to the package. I got a package. You see the numbers. We got a base of it. This is a five package of crackle. I'm watching like Ion at this. Look at that. These people are crazy, y'all. People are crazy, y'all. These people are crazy, y'all. Yeah, you go ahead and do what you're doing. These people are crazy, y'all.
So many times. Never turns out like you thought it would. Spare me some patience if you sometimes it feels like you're watching the rain.
They're speaking now, ex-Senator Johnson. But PD, the Bureau of Investigation is now that has been blacklisted. Do you call that a scam or a bitch fight? So, what do we know about these cases? Well, we know that Tobias and Johnson outshot each other. There's no evidence of robbery or sexual assault. And according to the Times reports, Napa was killed 2 weeks before the fire. So, the disposal sites are remote and/or the onset of this year did it hiding parts. The parts weren't dispersed. The reportedly is unclear whether the untested facts or it was scattered by hand. Yeah, but if animals have access, why are we just putting in bones? Be careful not to add that the likely the parts that were custom and holistic therapy, but I don't understand why. Are people good at it?
One, before the deadline, call the number at the bottom of your screen. Two, check your zip code for a Medicare Advantage plan with $0 premiums, prescriptions, dental care, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every month. Three, to find out what you're eligible for. The annual enrollment period has a deadline, so don't delay, call now. I called to find a plan that covers more of my dental expenses. I call every year to make sure my doctor is still in my plan. I call to see if my dental has a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check. Call every year. Call to find out the changes to your plan and see if you're eligible for anything new. The annual enrollment period has a deadline, so don't delay, call now. Call 1-800-742-8100. That's 1-800-742-8100. With Pro, you can get carefully inspected late model cars delivered straight to your driveway. Get me all these cars. Get me out of town cars. Pro, get me those cars. No back and forth to the dealer. Just you, your mom, and custom cars. Just go to Pro.com, pick your favorite, and go away forever.
Domino's online carryout deal includes all your favorites for just $7.99 each. So what's the order this Asian day? It's good. $7.99. 83. $7.99. One topping pizza. $7.99. We always like to give good deals. Wait, some pizzas only have your new holiday tradition. Thanksgiving. Every Sunday. Espresso sparrow. Don't get the festive buzz. Good to be here. And perfect timing. All the original holiday.
Dreams are true while they last, and do we not live in dreams? Alfred Lord Tennyson. Welcome to Fridays, books all about 108 pounds during the collection's annual sales.
Except it's just difficult to read on the phone that description comes under a majority of the area. So someone trying to get back at the industry.
Back to the Department of the Admiralty. You okay? Incorporated and these belongings from environmentalists and war rights activists in Native Americans' long-standing territory disputes. Maybe this is all to create a hostile working environment for the logging companies.
It looks like both men disappeared overnight. They went to a hospital and show up today. Earlier, they looked at enemy family members. Now, every time there's a noise, they were all back at home in the College of Texas, and there's a folks around.
A lot of workers seasonal are tendered back to victims.
Yeah, they either live in work camps provided by the company, or they rent rooms.
So if you use like the report, or do not go to the crime scene, police are going to make contact with you and take them to a local FBI department to help the investigation.
Amazing trip.
Actually, this is not the reason this is the lawsuit.
Are you being searched for criminal information? Yep, I've been working with Detective Landry because I'm the pro-crime team right now. Let me show you what we got.
Is dead? No, that's fine. Are you like incredibly busy here in Rapid City?
It's over to the last I checked, you guys have like the most crime rate in the country.
I feel like the families deserve more.
Let me explain something. When I got on probation asking questions about a homicide, my dad agreed with those norms. You had a non-resident victim to an accident close ranks. Thinking I'm trying to find a way to pin on.
I think we understand.
The body was found on reservation land, but it may not be tribal related. The area where we found Novel won't give you access knowledge.
It's possible we have something
Woo!
over to jurisdiction.
I think it's war. It's so hot.
Around the Northville here.
take this call. It's so hot in here. Whew. I feel much better. Now I'm going to sit my behind down in front of this fan. Ooh, but I had to take off that wool stuff. I forgot I am home. I am in my house. I am chilling. I don't care if it snows right now. I need some stuff. So it can't snow right now. I'm watching Ion in my fireplace all lit. And it's still lit. I gotta have it up. Hold on, I'm coming down probably. I just love that noise. The crackling and stuff. I feel like I'm really in the cabin with some wood burning fire. So I'm just waiting for my delivery. So we're going to feed the squirrels. You know, I love me some squirrels. I will feed them before it gets cold. It's real cold out here for us. Oh, I love that fireplace. Don't you feel like you were in some winter cabin watching TV? I feel like I'm in a winter cabin watching TV. Get the fireplace going. Look at that fire burning. Ooh, look at that fire just burning over there, that fireplace. Ooh, look at that TV just burning. I got two TVs over here. One TV and the new TV, the other TV up here. And have the laptop. I got 3 TVs over here. Okay, man. I might just do it. You are ready. You are ready. You are ready. You are ready now. You are ready now. This is Miss Lady Lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. I love my lifestyle. To drink, to smoke, to chill, to have peace, to work in y'all. Is she the vampire? No, I would have kept that window open. Evil, honey. Evil. Yeah. Oh, not interested. Not interested. I'm not interested. Nope. Not in that either. The only thing out. Let me see what they got on the table. I like my fireplace. Let me see if they got anybody. Putting down any information. I think we should. No. Take a break. Okay. Probably gonna watch some movies. Take a breather. I'll come back on with something later. Alright, y'all. Shalom, shalom. Peace and love. And tranquility. Keep the commandments, Lord,